Should you really take your pension 25% tax-free cash the moment you retire? Or could that one decision cost you and your family thousands in tax in the future? Here's what we're really talking about today. You actually need that big lump sum. Could taking that tax-free cash now increase your inheritance tax bill in the future? Are there much smarter ways to use your tax-free cash to give you more tax advantages and an element of flexibility? I'm Gareth Shears, and I'm a chartered financial planner here in the UK. And I've helped people like you over the last 18 years retire smarter. So in this video, I've gone into the tax rules and all the smarter decisions I say you should make in order to make that decision about whether you take your tax-free cash all as one lump sum or not. And you will leave with 5 clear reasons maybe why you should not take all your tax-free cash as one big lump sum at the start. The first one up is maybe you already have enough accessible cash in the bank at the moment. Now, if you've already got lots of cash, savings, bonds, ISAs, already available there for you to access, it may be not the smart idea to take all your tax-free cash at once, because all you're going to be doing is adding more money to that pile. Because if you are pulling it out and you're just putting it into some sort of cash haven, you could be affecting the long-term growth of that money, which is there to help you get through retirement. So we have to make some decisions about what we do with that money if we take it out. Now, my general rule of thumb is you need to have between 12 and 18 months worth of cash available to you. And that's cash to cover off your basic needs and expenditures over the next 2 years. And then the rest really should be invested for the long term in order to provide you with a clear income for retirement. Now, under current rules, if you take all that lump sum, you could be affecting your inheritance tax position and costing your family a large amount of tax. Because currently, until April 2027, your pension is still protected from inheritance tax under the current rules. So that means if anything happens to you, it won't be calculated into your estate for inheritance tax purposes. So by pulling that money out of the pension and putting it in the bank, it is now at the mercy of inheritance tax if anything happens to you. From April 2027 onwards, under the current rules that they've put in place, this pension will be subject to inheritance tax and will be calculated back into your estate. But under the current rules, we have to deal with where we are in the now. So if we do go pulling that money out, it could end up increasing your estate value and costing your family 40% tax. Now, we've got to be guided by what the current rules are. So at the moment, I wouldn't advise taking all of your, or if you did take it out, you've got to be seen to spend it so you're not increasing that potential inheritance tax issue. Now, maybe you want more higher sustainable income. So by taking your 25% tax-free cash could reduce the amount of income that you're actually drawing from your pension. Let's take a defined benefit scheme, for example. By giving up a certain amount of your monthly pension for more tax-free cash will reduce the income. Now, there's 2 sides to this option. By giving up tax-free cash, yes, you will have a higher income. But if anything happens to you and your kids are over the age of 21 and you don't have a wife, or your wife predeceases you or partner predeceases you, then that pension will die with you. So in that instance, maybe taking more tax-free cash would have been a benefit. Now, in most instances, when you've got a defined benefit scheme, you would usually take the tax-free cash and then reinvest that money for the long term. But it is a consideration to make whether actually taking more income could work for you. Defined contribution pension, on the other hand, if we take the 25% tax-free cash and we just put that into a bank and we're not getting much return on it, we're therefore impacting the potential longevity of the pension, of how it can grow to feed you with income. So by leaving it in the pension, it's going to continue to grow just like it has. Now, don't get me wrong, there is that element of volatility when you're still invested. It could go up and down, and you could have less than you originally put in. But we've got to bear in mind we are playing the long game with this pension. Now, if income security is a huge priority for you, then taking less tax-free cash in some of these instances could work for you. Now, you may also want to optimize what your loved ones actually receive. Now, before what's going to happen in April 2027, leaving your money in a pension gave huge advantages to your family and the beneficiaries of your pension from a tax point of view. If you died under age 75, that pension would go to them tax-free, and they could either keep it in a pension format and draw it as income, or they could take all the money out. The usual option would be to leave it in a pension because you had those protections from inheritance tax. Now, over 75, it was always going to be taxed at the individual person's marginal rate. And now they're going to be pulled back into the estate for inheritance tax purposes from April 2027. And that means not only will they get an inheritance tax bill, but over 75, they're also going to have to pay tax at marginal rate. This is where the double taxation comes into account. And that's why I would consider not doing anything with your pension until these rules actually really kick into place. Because what we've got to be mindful of, a new government could come in and change those rules straight away, or there could be a turnaround in what Labour have decided to do with it. So we can only deal with it in the now. What we wouldn't want to do is pull all that money out now based on what the rules are going to be in 2027 when they could actually change. Now, with leaving your tax-free cash in, you could benefit from longer-term tax-free income. If you take all your tax-free cash at once, you leave nothing within the pension pot. Everything from then onwards is taxable at your marginal rate then. Now, the strategy you could consider is what we call partial crystallization or uncrystallized fund pension lump sum option, whereby what you're doing then is you're taking partial tax-free cash and partial incomes in order to make that tax-free cash last longer. And because it's staying invested, that tax-free cash could proportionately grow year on year because you're not taking it all as one. So then you get the added benefit of the growth within the pension and you're not leaving the mercy of the cash in the banks. Now, bear in mind with that option, investing in funds is volatile and can go up and down. There's no guarantee that this strategy will work, but it's one that's been tried and tested and used for many years with clients. There may be a consideration to take tax-free cash on the drip rather than all as one lump sum. So you need to make that consideration, whether you need that lump sum maybe to pay off a big debt. If you don't need it, it could be that option to leave it in there and let it drip out slowly so it continues to grow. So you get that added tax-free benefit. So let's recap on the top 5 tips with regards to whether you should take your tax-free cash or not. So number 1, you probably have enough cash available and you don't need to take it all as one lump sum. Under the current rules, you could worsen your inheritance tax position because they're currently not taking into account pensions from an inheritance tax point of view. You may want stronger regular income that is steady and consistent, therefore not taking as much tax-free cash. Taking care of your beneficiaries about flexibly how we would access that and not affect inheritance tax again. By leaving it invested, you benefit from taking tax-free cash on the drip, and that money stays invested and could grow for the future, making you far more tax efficient and making that money last a lot longer. Tax-free cash is really powerful and it's a great thing to have, but making sure you have the right strategies and it's well thought out about why you're doing it is the key to proper retirement success. The best choice depends on many factors: your tax position, your beneficiaries, your future plans, and then some of the rules that are coming down the line. Now, if this video helped you make your decisions around tax-free cash a little bit more clearer, please like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who you think would see the benefit of it. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.